Hi guys, welcome to another episode. I'm Cherry
I'm Shegun.
And I'm Samuel.
and you're watching.
Let's talk Africa.
How you guys feeling today? You look dope though. You look fly.
Yeah, you look
And
good.
we had let's give it up for Shegun. His shoe game is like bro,
Wow,
the shiny shoe. You came
Thank
on.
you.
Okay, so we're going to go straight into the topic for today. Nigeria is celebrating 59 years of independence. That's wow.
Wow.
That's a lot of years
It's amazing.
being independent. For a country to be independent, it has to be void of external authority. That means it's not subjected to authority of any other country, right?
Yeah.
Apart from maybe the United Nations that keeps everybody in check,
Yeah. That's
right?
a body.
So, someone, what do you really think it takes for a country to be independent?
If we're talking about Nigeria, or we're talking in general, like a country has to
Yeah, generally, what does it take for a country to be independent?
well, a country has to be able to rule itself, provide basic things for itself,
Okay.
create a government that works for the country,
Okay.
and being able to just like economically you're independent,
Yeah.
financially you're independent, your education system is independence of colonialism or colonial master. So when looking at that and talking about Nigeria, I don't think we're really independent.
Let's hold
in
that thought.
sense.
What do you think it takes for a country to be independent? Someone has talked about having its own resources, its own government. Is there anything else that it takes for a country?
Well, as a nation, when you say you're independent, we're talking about maturity. All right. When you're mature, then you can stand on your own. You know, just like you said, our economy, our institutions must be, top notch. I think
Okay.
that's what it means for me.
So a country could exist for a very long time and still be subjected to another country's authority until it gets to a certain stage where it can provide for the citizens of its country.
I don't think it's subjected is the right word. It's more of you kind of have to survive with your health.
Oh,
Look at take Nigeria for example. I don't think we have different natural resources which are not actually being used well in the country. So we take aids from UN. Nigeria is seriously in debt. Financially, we're not independent. Economically, we're not independent. So how are we exactly independent? Our laws, wherever, there's still some form of obviously we were colonized by the British. There's still some form of British influence in what we do. So how exactly have we been independent? It's just I just think we just want to feel as if we're independent. That's why this whole 1969 is going to be 59 years. Next year is going to be 20 years. 60 years that we've been independent, but we're still dependent on outside resources to run ourselves.
so what are some of those things you think Nigeria is dependent on other countries for?
If we're going to start dissecting that, I think we're not going to leave here. But then,
Just give us a few. I know you have a lot packed up there. Just give us a few.
okay, I think our health system, like the hospitals, I think we get aids from
That's true.
from the United States, and then other things, the importation of goods. We get imagine a country like Nigeria, a giant of Africa, so to say, importing cocoa, exporting cocoa, and then we are buying it again. We don't have a structure, a place whereby we can manufacture. So I feel because of this, I think there's nothing as such as independent, because we are still depending on these people for health, aid, health care, for security, because right now our security system is also dilapidated. I mean, it's somehow, but then I know that maybe just give us a few more years, we can work something out.
How long do you need?
I completely agree with him on the whole health sector thing, because this is a country that had a president out of
I was going to use
Yes.
that point.
for
President
months.
traveled to
Yeah,
London
for
for
treating.
health issues. We go to India. Can you imagine we travel from Nigeria to India for health issues, like because we don't have what it takes to look after ourselves properly. So, and again, independence, I think, is a thing of the mind.
Yeah.
I don't think, speaking in general, I don't think Nigeria is mentally free from this whole slavery. We're depending on these people to help us. This is happening, that's happening. I remember when if things get really heated up, we'll be like, oh, we need to call the United Nations. Why
Yeah.
do we still have that mentality that we can't sort out things ourselves? Probably because for the last 59 years, we've not really been able to do much as we should. I'm not saying we haven't done anything, but I still feel like we have a
Lot
long way
way
to
to
go to
go.
actually achieve total independence. Like country like China,
Yeah.
Russia, North Korea, all those countries are free from. You cannot intervene in their economy, their politics without like no country can actually go there. Even US, UK, they're scared of Russia. They're scared of North Korea. So those countries, those are the countries I see as true
Yeah.
independence. But as Nigeria, I feel like we're still, and it's a thing of the mind. If we're not freed in our mind,
Yeah.
if we're still teaching our children in school that what's this guy's name, whoever discover Mungo Park discover River Niger, River Benue, all these things that they should not be taught in school anymore. So I feel like our education system is still heavily influenced
Influenced
by,
by.
the colonial master or what the British basically. Until that is sorted, I don't think we're ever going to achieve true independence.
Nigeria as a country, we have a lot of things to do. It's a work in progress. We're not there yet. We're not where we want to be, but a lot of things are really, really flawed. A country whereby the president goes out for medical checkup,
Yeah.
whereby most of the people we have in the country as our leaders are people that actually schooled outside.
Yeah.
So whatever constitutional reforms they are making is based on what they are adopting other people's constitution for us. So we are depending on them basically for everything. It's just recently Nigeria as a country after 59 years, or rather 58 years, because it's just last year we started producing most of the things we eat. We import rice.
Yeah.
So how do we finance this country? We borrow money.
So I think it's going to a point whereby we need to start creating stuff for ourselves. Yes, we have the mineral resources, we have the raw materials. We don't need to pipe crude oil all the way from here to Scotland to get it refined and then
You
get
buy back.
sold it back to us. That's an absolute stupid and insane thing to do. Just because we don't have a refinery, how can a country? Nigeria has one of the richest black men in the world is from Nigeria. One of the richest black women in the world is from Nigeria. Dangote and Alakija.
Yeah.
We have them in this country that yet we do not produce things for ourselves. These people are like individuals who are striving in Nigeria. And that's just stupid that we have billionaires in Nigeria. Like, not billionaires in Naira, billionaires in dollars.
In dollars.
In Nigeria. But yet, we still don't produce things. So, it's getting to the point that we've actually not helped ourselves. Individually, people are doing well. But collectively, as a government, the gap is still there. You have the extremely rich people, and then you have the local man on the street still trying to make things work. So I feel like if the government was to look at, okay, let's start producing things, let's start exporting things,
Yeah.
not exporting our mineral resources and getting
Get
it,
back.
like selling stuff out to the country, then we can actually say, okay, we're on our way to achieve our true independence. That's going to affect the education system. I feel like is the best way to start education the next generation, that they don't need to. An average Nigerian will feel like, okay, I need to get out of this
Country, yes.
Why'd you like? So I think it was Sheon Kuti that put it in the song, like leaving the country is like escaping prison. Can you imagine your own country? You're leaving, you feel like you're escaping. Someone should feel like home for you. So I feel like until we start educating, the next generation, okay, we're not truly, but this is what we need. This is what we need to do, and that's when things can start to change. But for now, we're independent, but dependent on so many factors to make the country work, and still the country doesn't work. So what are we talking
It's a
about?
work in progress.
Well, talking about work in progress, I think the Nigerian government have started doing something about importation, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then we'll give credit to the president because
Yeah, he banned a lot of that.
a lot of embargo was placed on importation of products,
Which was
rice
rough for
and
me,
all.
I must confess.
But then it really it told on us because a lot of people were not able to live, because talking about living, I'm talking about to feed themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you have an average Nigerian that cannot afford a bag of rice, I mean, it's really
I
amazing.
don't think you banning stuff is really a right way to go. You see, it's like saying you're breathing in air through your nose and you're breathing out through your mouth. Then I stopped your nose. I was like, okay, you can't breathe in air anymore. But you have to somehow within your body generate air for
fill
yourself.
your lungs up.
We don't have to go through that pain before you start banning stuff. How about you actually
Put things in
proper
place,
structures in
yeah.
place, and then we can start saying, okay, this country we don't want your rice, we don't want this, we can produce our own. Then gradually, it's not going to be it's going to be like a decade thing. I keep mentioning countries like North Korea, Russia. It took them a while before they gained, full independence. Look at Dubai. I think as of 20 years ago, Dubai was a desert.
Yeah.
Now people rush to Dubai because of what they've been able to achieve. So I feel like going into 59, then 60, I mean, we should be, trying to achieve better than what we already have. Not saying we haven't achieved anything, but I feel like we still have a long way.
We have achieved a lot.
Like what? Tell me. I'll play devil's advocate on this. Tell me what we've achieved.
We just started producing our own rice that we eat.
Really?
Yeah.
We have one of the best soil in practically
It was
the world.
so amazing to realize that we don't produce the tomatoes we eat, and we have one of the richest
What
soil.
do we produce in Nigeria?
We have the Dangote manufacturing companies. Those guys make the cement.
That's one man's company. No wonder he has money more than Nigeria.
Yeah,
he
he
can actually
does.
sell us to China and collect change.
No, please. Do not put that idea in his head.
He could.
No,
The guy has more money
Sam, keep us safe. I don't want to wake up tomorrow and realize that we are no longer Nigeria.
I
That's
mean,
not
we should be proud of him because he's doing us proud right now.
proud.
Yeah, he's doing us
in
proud.
association with him.
So
we
you're
are
rich in
proud.
association?
Yes, we are proud to have one man who
Yeah.
is richer than the country. Wow.
Can you see? How does that sound to you?
Why doesn't he borrow us money? Why don't
Why
they
would
borrow
he-
money from him?
How would they pay him back?
With interest?
How does he maintain
How do they
the
pay back the money
company?
they borrow?
They don't. That's why Naira has no value anymore.
There was
We
a
keep
time.
going into debt.
Is that why the
because-
currency keeps depreciating? Because I
No, the
feel like
currency depreciation because we don't produce anything. The GDP is very low.
very low.
We don't produce anything, so currency is going to keep depreciating. It's going to get to a point. There was a point where dollar and naira were
Yes. So
pretty
what
much the same.
happened?
we
because,
stopped producing stuff. That's
As
what
of
happened.
2017, I think naira was like the currency in Africa.
Yeah.
But now it has dropped to, I think, is it number 11 or number 15 now
Okay, now
in Africa?
That's impossible.
Yeah. Google it.
Naira has never. To me, I feel like Naira has always been like, it's not.
I mean, that's
it's
what we
not
call
in the
giants
high-
of Africa.
We're
had a
called
good
giants of
currency.
Africa because Nigeria is a big country and we bully most of the African countries.
Don't
We're
say that
being
about
real-
us. They're very
See,
kind,
I'm Nigerian.
hospitable.
Let's be
No,
realistic.
we're a giant of Africa because of the role we've been able to play.
in other
other
African
African
countries.
Exactly. As Nigeria, we give power, electricity to all the neighboring countries.
Which country? My mommy's soup has been spoiling for how many weeks now? Now, come and say they don't have light.
I think we give to Chad,
Yeah.
Ghana, Cameroon. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on this one. But I know we supply things like of value to all the neighboring countries. But yet, we can't have like a full week of non-stop electricity in Nigeria.
If they give it for 3 days, you know that NEPA people are coming the following week.
So
the following day.
it's-
Yeah.
that's what we're saying. Like in the last 59 years, should we not be able to have something as simple as electricity? We have sun in Nigeria, like a lot of it, so we can generate solar.
Yes.
We have waters, dam, we can generate like power from.
70% of the places.
So
covered
we
in
have
water.
petrol. So what else do we need that we don't have? But yet we're still dependent on other
We have a lot of
countries.
solid minerals that are yet to be refined.
Honestly, it's
So
amazing.
all we need to do is build a refinery in Nigeria, which I think Dangote is actually gone and done now. So he's gonna be refining everything that one country uses. I keep saying he's gonna sell us to China.
Honestly,
He
I
won't,
want to
he
second
won't.
what Sama said. Like, even in the count of creation, God actually created light before other things followed.
Okay, so
So,
you're
I mean,
saying that if Nigeria has electricity,
it's
We actually will go
I'm
a long way,
telling
you know, because Nigeria naturally we're hardworking people.
yeah, I
If
know
we
that.
had constant electricity, see, if I want to start like a barbering salon, I have to look for generator
Yeah.
and petrol.
Yeah,
Those are two costs. But if you have constant electricity, part of it on a state like on a very cheap, like it
Rates,
doesn't
yeah.
yeah, a lot of businesses will start to grow.
And it's crazy because you know that I checked out these small shops, small businesses.
Yeah.
In order for them to be able to chill their drinks, the light bill they get, they are
Yeah.
charging them as commercials.
Yeah.
As if they are
that's the
charging
thing.
yes, and then you see a small shop with just a deep freezer.
You see,
I- your light bill is going up to as high as 15,000 just because you have that and you're making money from it. So it makes
So this is like I don't like to use this word, but I feel like it's actually applicable in this area. The system is built for you to fail. It doesn't encourage anything.
it doesn't.
So
Well,
in the
it
last,
encourages politics.
all right.
well,
They
in
give
a
room
very
for it.
bad way, yes, you encourage politics. But in the last 59 years, we're still here saying we're free from colonial master. But then again, we're not actually mentally free. Financially, we're not free.
Yeah.
Economically, we're not free. Education-wise, we're
We're
not
not
free.
free.
So what are we exactly free from? Okay, you're able to start your own business.
We're able
and
to
run.
elect our own government.
All right.
Which
Do you
we
actually
still
do
have.
election or selection? Like,
We do election, which we still need some external supervisors.
Yeah,
People to come and
like
supervise
like
it
we
and
have
vet it.
yeah.
Yes.
so in the last 59 years, what has Nigeria achieved in terms of independence?
As a country, I know that in the last 59 years, Naira as a currency has succeeded in dropping so low. Yes. We now have more electoral violence. It increases every time. Why are you laughing? We've recorded a high number of graduates without employment. We also have great number of hospitals, yes, without facilities, in such a way that her president has to go out of the country for months just to be. She said,
No,
why is
honestly,
this so funny? But
Leave the country on autopilot.
why is this so funny? But also in those 59 years, we've started producing our own food. We are working on our electricity. Some stops laughing. We now produce cement in this country. We have our politics has improved generally. Some people keep getting richer. Some people just keep staying poorer. And then they've made it so hard for you to run a business in this country. You have to pay everything. I mean, don't laugh. This is painful. But we are happy that Nigeria is independent, even though we still use British curriculum. Our English, we have to check it. Do you know they fail you in exams if you write American English? When you're supposed to use British English. And then they tell us that we are independent.
Okay, but basically, I think we are happy as Nigerians.
Yes,
and,
we are suffering and
because-
smiling.
Because honestly, it's not easy. We've come a long way.
Yes.
You know, we suffered a lot in the hands of our colonial masters,
What
and
did you
here
do?
we are. No, honestly, if you look at history,
Apart from selling you, these people provided for you.
honestly,
Oh,
that we
God.
have people that can actually stand and you know
People who
govern
had
the aim
to-
of affair.
People who had to school outside in order to come
let's
back
not
and
see it
govern
that
us.
way. They are still blacks, you know.
Okay.
And then we have to celebrate the fact that no, Nigeria, we are moving forward, okay. But then we need to settle and work on some things. So many things are so wrong, but Nigeria, we are
moving forward
independent.
backwards.
No. Nigeria as a country is improving. Sam, let's forget about all these sad feelings I
Now,
have about it.
to be honest, in all reality, yes, I feel like individual, like I said earlier,
We're
let's
doing
be
better
realistic. Individually,
individually.
Nigerians are doing well. Inside and outside the countries, Nigerians are topping everything, like medically, education. Nigerians everywhere excelling except in Nigeria. But I feel like our only problem is the fact that we have bad government. That really is the only problem.
People who are selfish. They think
We
about
have bad
themselves
government.
first.
We have people that do not know how to lead. We don't have leaders. We just have people that just want money for their family and their generations and their generations. So I feel like if we can sort out our government, we will really challenge all these big Western countries because we have all the resources you can ever think of, like all the natural resources we have it in Nigeria. So I just think we just need to sort out our government, and how we're gonna do that, I don't know. But hopefully, in the next 59 years,
It will be definitely better.
amen.
I'll do my best to
We'll
make
do
sure that
our best.
that's for you to decide. I'm gonna do my best for this country. I don't care what they say. Alright guys, that's it for today. We're saying happy independence to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And we know that we are going to get there someday with your help, with Sam's help, with Shegun's help.
We stay positive.
We are going to get there. We are going to push our government to do. You know, even when I was saying that we have a lot of unemployed youths, we've been trained to find a way out. And I believe that these youths who have been able to find a way out for themselves, find a way out for this country. That's a wrap for it today. That's a wrap for today. That's a wrap. And we're signing out. So from all of us here at spunkj Media, thank you so much for watching us today. Please like all our videos, subscribe to the channel, follow us on all our social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Hit us back through the comment section. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If you want us to talk about this again, please let us know. Let us know that you love us as much as we love you. Bye.